to uh, predator poachers, locals, and stuff.
Oh yeah, right on. Yeah, I got right now. I'm still watching my upload. It's got like 25 minutes left still to upload.
Hell yeah, man.
Yesterday's catch.
To let's see. Oh, last night was a crazy night on my last live. So,
Yeah, I did actually watch it on my way home. So we had an 11-hour drive home after last night. We left our last target about his house about midnight when he didn't show up, and had 11-hour drive. So yeah, I got to watch that.
hell yeah, man. So,
It's
what
pretty
did you think
wild.
about the situation?
I mean, I think Steph and anybody else that was involved needs to go to jail. 100%.
Hell yeah, man.
I mean,
I agree with that.
I think it's extremely sickening the amount of fucking detail. I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss on here or not.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I think it's extremely sickening the amount of detail that kind of put in that call. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. And here's another thing, she's so full of crap. She knew exactly what she was doing. And when she was talking about Alex having the gun and which pocket he had it in, she specifically said his left pocket and all that because of the hoping that he has a phone and he had that phone in that left pocket. You know, I feel like she was trying in every angle possible to make it look and seem like he had it, even to them when they arrived there. So yeah, she deserves to go to jail. 100%.
What about other people that could possibly had been? Well, Papa Duke also was
Oh well,
also in
yeah.
there.
I mean, they should definitely have one side by side.
Dude,
Yep,
it's
they should share a cell side by side. They should be right next to each other.
well, they shouldn't get that privilege to talk to each other, should they?
Well, I think that if they were, they'd probably drive each other nuts. Don't you think? Yeah, I think I'd go fucking nuts if I was next to either one of them.
Dude, it's just a wild situation, man, and
It is.
it was a pretty big deal last night,
Yep.
and I'm happy I could help with them any way I'm able
Oh,
to.
me too. Me too, man. Like I've been following this for a while now, obviously. So I knew whenever it first went down, when she first admitted to you about her actually placing the call and all that stuff. And so I've been waiting for this to really kind of come out and really hit her hard, and I'm so glad it has. And I'll tell you what, I hope she's wrong. I hope she's lying through her teeth like she always does apparently. And I don't know anything about the bitch, but I'm assuming she's pretty good at this lying. But I feel like her saying it, and you could tell when she said it last night on your stream, when she said it a few different times. Well, no, I've already spoke to the police, and it is a misdemeanor. Like, she was proud that to say that it was a misdemeanor. She was so proud to put it in everybody's face to track like, she's not going to do no jail time. And I hope to God she's wrong. I really
Wow,
do.
it was crazy, man. Anyway, man. Let me thank you for the 20 memberships. Tweaker, the fucking spaz, Tweaker, the fucking spaz. Thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships. So, Aaron, welcome to the short bus, man.
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's
know
my
we've been
first
talking.
time.
Yeah, and so what's it like? Now, if anybody doesn't know, this is Aaron from PP Illinois. Hell of a good catcher. And you're still a newer top catcher, also, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah. So I got my first solo catch in February. I had a big pool tournament in Vegas to go to, and Alex provided me with the electronics and stuff I needed to actually get out and do my own catch right around that time. So when I got my camera and mics in the mail, it was like a few days before my trip to Vegas. And I was like, I've got to try. I couldn't wait, So I got the camera and mics sometime in February, and I know it was like only a couple days later I went out for my first solo catch, and it went pretty good. I was obviously nervous as can be, But it went pretty good, and we got an arrest right there for the very first one. And it just blew up from there. And I mean, look, I fucking love this. It is the funnest. Oh my god, this is the funnest job, best job I've ever had in my life.
I've asked this to other people. Do you get a adrenaline rush when you do these catches?
Every single time. Yeah.
And
And there's a certain about amount of nerves that I have before every catch too. You know, like um, I mean sometimes I'm overly cautious. I think of a lot of different variables. I know my cameraman sometimes I think gets annoyed by some of the. Sometimes may take me a little longer to do a catch because I want to try all different angles before I go in for it.
mhm,
You know, I'm always wanting to try to be as prepared as possible. So, you know, yeah, there's a lot of nerves there. I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon. There's a lot of nerves, but I'm always trying to think on the safe end and try to make sure that we're safe and we have the best outcome. So, you know, like this one that we just did, he was he's living in a group home and stuff, and I didn't want to do it at the group home. I didn't want to have that many people there, you know, to basically get involved and to interrupt our interview and stuff. And wasn't sure if he was going to have a whole lot of people backing him and all that. So I didn't want to do it at the group home. And so we were trying to get him to meet up with us, and he wasn't taking the bait on that. So we had to go there and do it, and it worked out really well. You know, I was able to kind of redirect people as they started to try to approach us, and you know, I think it went really well, and you know, sometimes it just takes longer than others. But
mhm.
you know, those nerves are there for a reason, and sometimes they're a good thing.
Sam Squanch asks, when does the adrenaline dump happen for you?
When does the adrenaline dump happen for me?
Yeah,
Um, what do you mean? And
I think like oh my god, I'm getting ready to go do this right now, or does it hit you during the interview, or
no,
um,
it's hitting me like as I'm there, as I'm pulling up, and I'm about to get out of the van and walk up to it. With it's, I think it's a lot of it's that unknown. You know, it's
mhm,
always that unknown of like how are they going to react to me? Are they going to be acceptable? Are they going to freak out on me? Are they going to, you know, there's a lot of different things that's going through your head as you're walking up to a place. Especially, you know, when it's we've had several where they're out in the country, you know, and so those really remote ones, those have a lot of adrenaline, and it's there until I walk up there, and it usually goes away pretty much right as soon as we start talking. You know,
mhm.
I usually start getting comfortable pretty quick once the conversation starts, but I think a lot of it's the unknown walking up to it, you know?
Yeah, because you never know, especially in the country, man. You never know if somebody has a weapon or just
Yeah,
gonna. I mean, people are crazy. I mean,
for
well, I
sure.
guess just look at the Steph thing. The that just kind of goes right there that people will go to any means to to protect these predators
Yes. Yep.
and themselves. APP said, I just text Aaron to give him update on Joseph case. Here
Oh,
he is. Okay. Sam says, I get an adrenaline dump as soon as I say, "Hey man, my name is Sam" to the pred is what Sam's is saying.
yeah. 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 Absolutely. It's like it all goes away the second I make that first interaction. As soon as I start talking, that adrenaline, that nervousness goes away.
Hmm. So I mean, do you like? I don't. How do you like get the predator comfortable as you do while you're interviewing them?
I don't know. I just kind of I really, really try to get their trust by just soft voice. You know, I make it a point that I'm not a cop. I'm like, look, man, you know, just same as Alex. Honestly, I mean, I pretty much used the same book that he showed me. It was like I let them know right away that I'm not a cop. I don't think they're a bad guy. I lie to them and say I don't think that they need trouble. That kind of stuff, and it you can almost see them. You can almost see them relax pretty quickly. It's weird, you
Mm,
know. Um, yeah, I don't know how it works. It just does.
that's crazy. So
It is.
Omar asked, why does your butt itch so much? You should probably get it checked.
Yeah, he's right. Right, I should get it checked. That's a very common comment.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I've
Which
well,
it's funny when the locals voted that in. Like at first when I first seen the options of the vote, so I stumbled across that vote. They didn't do the vote on my locals. They went behind my back and went and did it over on Alex's locos. And let's see, I agree with MD short bus shorty show Aaron your banana.
do you want to see my banana, Aaron? I mean, since
not
since
not
we're here,
really.
just me and you, dude. I do it about every interview.
I
So
expect a Kermit the Frog with the whole, that whole
no,
Kermit the
it's
Frog one.
actually let's see. Let me pull this over. So here's
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
dude. There's nothing wrong with having a little fun, especially with a lot of the dark stuff that that's in this community, man. And I don't know. It's you have to have a. Do you feel like you have a weird sense of humor when it comes to certain things dealing with this community?
A weird sense of humor. I have I'm trying to have more of a sense of humor. I'm trying to find areas to kind of make it funny, but I'm still trying to get comfortable with the whole thing. To be honest with you, I'm still not 100% comfortable. And so Alex is. It's very easy for Alex at this point, and a lot of these seasoned guys where you know it's pretty quick and they're quick witted on some of the stuff. I'm
Mm.
I'm kind of like that in general speaking. I'm somewhat of a cut up and a smart ass and a joker, so I do it in my normal life, like around friends and stuff like that. But when I'm in a catch like that, um, it sometimes some of the stuff just kind of comes and it to me, and I can kind of cut up a little bit. But I'm very subtle with it because I don't want to make fun of the pet too much and lose their trust. Because my biggest thing that I enjoy the most is getting these pedos to not only trust me but actually like me so much that when I do the vouch, it's such a great feeling to watch them in their face, watch them just like totally realize, oh my god, he's not my friend. It's just
Mhm.
that whole shock and awe value that I get from it is it's just so great. I love the feeling of watching their face and their shoulders just drop when they realize that I've been there just to get them to admit to the stuff that I needed, you know.
So would you say you're good at reading their body language? Is that have a when you do your interviews, do you pay attention to their body language a lot
Yes.
and seeing how
Yes.
they're? I mean, that
Yeah.
that is like the way that
That's
my
a huge part of it. And I'll be honest with you, I've always been pretty good at judging people, judging their character, and reading their body language. I don't play poker. Yeah, I haven't played in years and years, but that's one of the things I think that really gave me a lot of advantages. I was able to pay attention to small details that other people weren't noticing in people. And so I'm looking at that kind of stuff. But I'll tell you, Alex has taught me a ton about body language and how to, like, the whole shaking of the hand to break that guard that they go in
Mhm.
sometimes, like when they cross their arms. That's a false sense of security that they have. It's like a guard. And when you break that guard by reaching out and shaking their hand, it helps to subliminally get them to relax, to be more acceptable to you. And so those little things are key, and I've learned those from Alex directly. But as far as reading somebody, I think that it definitely helps. I think you definitely need to be able to be paying attention to every aspect of this person and how they're reacting and play off of their emotions in a way. And I enjoy that part. I enjoy the psychological game that I play with them. I love it. I love it.
That is why it is, and I've picked up like by watching these so much. I even me being a viewer, I picked up little things that help break these individuals down, so you can pry that information.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. It's fun. It's just so much fun.
So, have you done any decoy work?
I have not. Nope. Nope. I haven't done any decoying. Um, I do have a decoy phone. So far, I've only used it to like when I'm trying to find a pedo that we can't find a correct address. We exhaust all of our addresses. My last attempt is like I'll call them from that decoy number rather than any other number they can come back on me with. So I will use the decoy phone for that reason, and I'll call them and act like I got a package for them, and it's worked in quite a few incidences. But other than that, that's the only thing I've used my decoy phone for so far.
Yeah, have
So
you? So during doing, so you being the catcher and seeing the, I guess some of your decoys chats with the predator. How many penises have you saw?
quite a few. And here's the thing: I used to be an underground coal miner. Okay,
So
so I've seen a lot of penises because we all shower in the big shower house. Everybody's in the. It's like a I guess if you were a professional football player, you'd probably see a lot of cocks as well. But it's one of those situations. It never really bothered me, but some of these, it's just like holy shit. You know? That's disgusting.
yeah, definitely I've saw some really crazy stuff like just being friends with the decoys and they'll say, "Oh my god, look at this," and it's like
Yeah.
horrible stuff, and it's like I don't want to see that, but
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah. I think decoying really kind of changes people some in a way too. Like these, because like some of these, I've been in some of the live feeds with a lot of decoys, and I mean they're laughing and they're wanting me to see it. I'm like, I don't want to see it, guys. I don't want to see it. Next thing you know, like when I'm totally caught off guard and decoy Mandy sends me something. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like the most disgusting shit that you've ever seen. And he's dying laughing.
oh hell yeah.
You know,
So I got a question. How did you, like you said, you was a coal miner? How did you make that switch from going from a coal miner to catching predators, man? That's a big
yeah,
kind of
it is. So I didn't make the transition from coal mining into catching. I stopped coal mining in 2015, and I was doing strictly just remodeling of homes, a lot of high end homes, home remodeling, and additions. I've built a couple homes um, since 2015 until when I started doing this. And how I stumbled into this is Alex showed up to my neighbor's house 2 doors down from me on Christmas morning one year.
mm,
And so I had no clue that catching and that pettas was even an issue like this until that Christmas morning. And the guy that they caught, it just happens that he was an older guy, retired guy, always available, and I had a pool table in my house at the time, and he was always up for playing pool. So he was at my house a lot, like several times a week. I get home from work and I'd want to shoot some pool. He'd be the one that come over and shoot pool with me.
mm.
Um, and then all of a sudden we find out what kind of person he was. And I mean, I gave Alex a huge hug. I didn't even know Alex, didn't know anything about him, even didn't even know he had a YouTube channel, and didn't know anything about him. And I'm out there and I'm giving him a hug. It's like, dude, you have no idea. I appreciate you guys so much. Whenever they actually informed me of what was going on after they got him. And so we kept in contact. And I had helped him. I had helped the local police with making sure that that guy got charged with other stuff because he had successfully gotten rid of all of the stuff that was in his phone that Alex was trying to get him for.
Hmm.
But I had done some digging and found that there was some stuff in his past with a family, an underage family member of his, and some accusations. And I was able to seek her out and convince her to come in and to the police station and file a report of her claims. And that's what actually got him in jail. And he took a plea deal, but either way, there was some justice there rather than him just getting released because they couldn't get any of the stuff off his phone.
Hmm.
Um, so I helped with that, and then after that, Alex called me up one day and said, "Hey, I got a guy that I'm trying to find up your way." He's like, "Do you think you can try to get me an address for him?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so I started looking for that guy, and just did quite a bit of investigating and stuff with this guy, and I found out where he was at and everything. So Alex came up and said, "Hey, would you like to come in on the catch with me?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!
Hell
Hell yeah,
yeah.
that'd be great," you know. And I got to go in on that with him, and we had to do quite a bit more. Like we couldn't get the guy to answer the door, so we ended up going to his ex wife's work. We went interviewed and told her what was going on, and you know, like she broke down, legitimately was breaking down, and I went in for the hug to comfort her because and as we're walking out of there, Alex is like, gave me a high five. He's like, "Man, that was perfect, man. Going in for the hug to, comfort her. That was like," he's like, "it was diabolical." He's like, "That I do that stuff too." But like, I went in for the hug. I really fucking felt bad for the girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it was like that was just me. I felt really bad, and but he thought it was war strategy, but it was just I felt really bad. But I don't know. I just everything really worked out well. We got her trust, and she understood what we were doing, and she actually helped us to get the guy to come to the door, and that was a successful catch. And then from there, he called me again on another one, said, "Hey, I'm going to be in that area. You want to come do another one?" I'm like, "Hell yeah." And it just kind of went from there. It's like, "Man, I think you should do this, Aaron." He's like, "I think you should consider starting this." And I'm like, I would love to, but I mean, I live paycheck to paycheck. I don't know how I'm going to make that transition.
Uh-huh.
And finally, he was like, "You know what? I told him, I was like, "I got to save up some money to get the equipment and get started. And I'll try to start doing it like maybe on the weekends or something." And then he's like, "Well, I'll help you out." He gave me a laptop, the camera, the mics. And I was like, "Fuck it, let's do this." And I just jumped into it and just went for it. You
Wow,
know?
that's really a wild story, man. And
Yeah. Yeah.
like, did you like go back and study Alex's technique before you like? I mean, did you like really or and just talk to him possibly to learn how you do your interviews?
So, yes, absolutely. I'll be honest with you, from that Christmas morning, I became a binge watcher of a lot of his catches. I spent the majority of that Christmas because it was a big deal. It was like, holy cow, our neighbors got popped for this, and then they told us about the channel. So, it's like 11 o'clock in Christmas morning. I come in the living room and I'm pulling it up on YouTube on the TV, and I'm watching like every one of his catches. Like I'm just watching tons of them, and from that point on, I was just like addicted to what he was doing, and I was watching him. So when he asked me to consider doing this, I mean, I had already watched a lot of his videos at that point, and he gave me free access to his locals, so that way I could see the video of my neighbor, right away. And from that point on, I was getting notifications anytime he did a catch, and I was watching him. So I was keeping up on it and learning from him. And yeah, absolutely, it's nice because it's kind of like I have the best textbook, which is just simply social media of his. Going on locals and just picking out any catch that he's done, and you learn something from every single one of them. You know, so yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
I've learned it from him. And he's had me on several other catches with him, that I've got to do with him. So
It's really
obviously,
addictive, man. And behind the scenes, like the stuff that a lot of people don't see. I've saw it once when I went with Alex to catch somebody. Man, these guys work hard behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
They,
yeah.
I
You
mean,
get
y'all they just don't sit around. They like literally, if
yeah.
they have a little inkling that this predator might be there, man, they go there to this place. Or I mean,
Oh yeah. Well, give you an example. We were up in Minnesota for this last trip, and I had three catches. They were all fairly, when I say fairly close, within a couple hours apart from each other, as far as distance wise. And so we left out of here, drove 11 hours up to, or no, I guess it would have been like 12 hours or so up to the first one. Um, we got up there at 7. We drove all night. We got up there at 7 in the morning the next morning and had no sleep. We went to his work to try to scope it out there because we knew that he lived in a group home, and I knew I didn't want to go to the group home. So we tried to go to his work. We found out later that he had actually happened to have got laid off of that job a week prior, so he wasn't showing up anyway. But we were waiting at his work, and he never showed up. So then we went and scoped out the group home, and we spent several hours trying to just get eyes on him.
mhm,
So like we sat out in front of the group home on the road with I pulled over and popped the hood and wasted like 6 water bottles, making it look like there was water pouring out from the engine, just that way in case somebody come up and was wanting to know why we're there because it's out in the country, it's way out in the country. And so I mean, there's a lot of things we do to try to make sure that we don't blow our cover, but at the same time we got to verify that they're there. Um, and so we did that and then finally I was like, you know what? Let's see if we can't get him to come out and meet because I knew that he had tried to meet the decoy before in the park, and I knew he had that he would probably do it. So we spent all day trying to get him, and we got the excuse me my decoy to try to get him to come out and meet her at the park the next morning. And so we're waiting for that to happen, and he was getting sketched. So we finally had to make the decision to go there. So we go there to do the catch, and this is after only having like a we went and got in checked into a hotel like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, um later that day. So we were up from we left the house early about 6 o'clock in the morning. We were up from well we I was up at 5 a.m. that day, and we didn't go to bed or get any sleep until 3 o'clock in the evening the following day. Okay, so that's a lot of hours to be up driving and scoping out this guy just for one guy. And
it really is.
we finally got him. And by the time we were done with that catch, because it took the cops like an hour and a half to even decide to come out there, because of the fact that he was 38 years old. He has a guardian, which didn't make any sense. It's a really odd situation, but it's actually uploading right now. It's almost done, so that whole catch is actually going to be on my locals here in a couple of minutes.
Oh wow.
But he um he was there, and it finally the cops finally came. They didn't let me do the bouts. The one cop was an asshole. Told me to get my van and leave the property and go down the road and wait for them and all this. Long story short, it actually worked out well. They seized his phone. He admitted to having, around 100 or more CP on his phone currently. I got him
Damn.
to get it. I got him to get his phone into airplane mode. I did the whole box thing, tricked him into that. I even got him to show me his passcode. So it wasn't a number passcode on his phone. It was like a where you run your finger like do whatever design on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually got him to show me that.
Wow, man.
So yeah, which
And
is
that's
just
prying this information out of these people, uh, basically self-incriminating themselves some way. And that's,
yeah,
dude, it
yeah.
takes somebody with some like great skill to be able to do that.
Well, you have to really you have to um you have to really convince them. You really got to get them convinced, and so far I've been pretty lucky at most of them being very convinced in what I'm telling them, and
Mhm.
they trust me. I mean, this one here, Like he even asked me to come back and visit him every now and then. I
What the
told him,
hell?
yeah, yeah, no, like he thought we were gonna be friends, bro. Like he was talking about rap music and stuff, and I don't know a whole lot about rap. I don't know half of them. I know like Eminem. I like some of Eminem stuff, and I don't choose to listen to it all the time. It's not my my normal music that I listen to, but some of it I do like. And so like he's all talking about all these different rappers stuff, and I'm acting like I understand what he's talking about, like I'm engaged. Like, oh yeah, 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 I've heard that one, which I never had. And I'm just having to lie to him and make him think that I'm relating to him. And there's this one point where we actually start doing a rap off, and I start I start reciting Eminem one of his rap songs, the only rap song that I know word for word. And it's funny. I mean, it's actually quite funny. But
That is crazy. So
you know,
I have a somebody Ralphie the editor asked that he had heard that Ralphie I had heard he was on Grinder for he was a pred catcher. Is there any truth to that?
hey, put it this way, I still haven't gotten on Grinder to try to decoy, and that's like Alex requested me to get on Grinder to
Oh,
start
man.
decoying at the very beginning of this. Okay, and there's a lot of people that know about this. Like I still haven't got on my decoy phone because I'm not really wanting to do that. It's like I will pretty much do anything Alex wants me to do because he's done so much for me. And I just respect the hell out of him. There's just I can't. I honestly can never thank him enough. This is by far the best job that anybody could have ever offered me, and I'm very grateful. But getting on Grinder, I have not been on there yet. I'll be honest, I have not. And I'm not looking forward to it, except that it's the one thing that could get me catches closer to my area. I mean, I'm traveling to other states and stuff, and I'm really not funded. I'm not making enough to really go on these long catches and stuff and actually be able to afford it. Um,
You'll
you
get
know,
there, man. You're I will say this, you're one of my top favorites at this point, man. There's so many freaking great catchers out there, man. Alex is my favorite,
of
obviously,
course, Alex is always going to be my
and
favorite.
and you and PP Long Island dude, you all have to about that's like uh in the top five of my catchers right now that I just like.
I
I
appreciate
love the
that. That's awesome.
technique because
I
man,
love.
you go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
No, but yeah, definitely top five, man. Used midgets asked. All I can say is that Aaron's wife is an angel. Great that she is uh, uh, supportive to a midlife switch of careers to allow you to pursue your calling. Can Aaron
One,
can Aaron speak on that? I thank God for
yes,
her.
100%. You nailed it. And I'll tell you what, man. My wife, she's awesome, man. She is a trooper. Not only has she been extremely cool with this, which I'll be honest with, I wasn't expecting her to be this cool with it, because we have a lot. We got kids. It's we got a busy life, and my wife, not only has she been acceptable and supportive, but she has really like taken a major role to making money to help to help me do this. What I mean by that is she has built a business of her own where she buys storage units and then she sells the contents from it,
Mhm.
and she has upped her game on that so much that if it wasn't for her doing and working as hard as she is, we wouldn't have made it like we have.
Mhm.
Alex has definitely helped by advancing me money at the beginning, and actually he had advanced me some money for this trip to Minnesota. But man, as far as like our bills getting paid and stuff, like he's helping us out with making sure I got money to go out and do the catches and all that. um but like for our bills and everything, my wife has been kicking ass. And I mean, there's times where I know like she'll be working out in the garage until 3 in the morning. Like I'll be out on a catch and getting to a hotel or sleeping in the van, and I know that she's up at 3 in the morning because that's the way she's been since I started doing this. She's working really late hours, taking pictures and posting all the different stuff from these storage units. I mean, she works her ass off, and
I
yeah,
don't think a lot of people talk about that aspect of it, man, because in some ways, for you doing what you love, man, it in some ways it can cause this in like in your family, man. So, oh, I gotta go on this road trip to catch this person or that person. Well, what about your family
yeah.
and I mean, it's if that makes sense, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%. Nothing against Alex, but he doesn't have any kids, or I mean, he does have a beautiful I don't know if we can say fiance yet or not. I'm sure we can.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I don't know, but
He would if you was if it would have
he
been you, he would have outed you too. So I'm just
he has a special somebody in his life. Let's put it that way. But he's not married and he doesn't have any kids, so it's definitely would be it's a lot easier for him. But I'll tell you what, the way my wife has accepted this and really bunkered down to make sure that we have money coming in on her end as well. I mean, she's made this easier for me and made it to where I can do this. And she doesn't bother me when I'm out on the road doing catches. She understands and knows that I'm always busy and I'm always doing something. So, she'll call me every now and then, but she's not like the
she's
like
not over
oh,
your shoulder.
exactly. Like I know like none of my friends that, well, when I say friends that I thought were my friends that I used to work with and everything,
Mhm.
they all basically turned their backs on me and just they're just all turned out to be a bunch of punks. But back, I know like none of their wives would have been cool with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They would have been wanting to keep tabs on them and stuff. My wife's not like that. My wife and I, we've been together for a very long time, and we have nothing but trust for each other, and we want each other to succeed, and she has really shown that. She's awesome. Like, I mean, honestly, not to sound
and
corny,
that's
but
the crazy, man. For you to, I mean, if you really stop and think about it for a second, not only are you, but also your wife is making possibly sacrifices for you to be able to possibly
absolutely,
save a child, man. And people
absolutely,
don't see that a lot, or even hear about that. That's a rare subject that gets brought up about the tolls. I guess you would take on your family if you want to call
for
it that.
sure. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I mean, that's like, I've never missed a first day of school with
Mhm.
my kids until now. My daughter started the first day of school this year, and I've never missed a first day of school. And this is the first time I have. But it's there's some adjustments. When you're away doing catches and stuff, and you come home, you. I'll be honest with you. I kind of realized how much, in a way, I've like. I miss them so much more, and I get so much more love from them whenever I get home. You can tell they're like, "Oh my God, Dad's home." It's such a great feeling, and I know that I'm doing this for every child across the nation.
Mhm.
That's why I do this. I love the fact that we are locking these six fuckers up, and my kids, they're all very supportive of it. They understand why I do it, and yeah, I'm just very, 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 very fortunate.
Very. Right here, Omar says Douglas King Jr. and the Aaron collab would be
It's
dope.
coming. It's coming. It's
Oh,
coming.
dude,
Yep.
that. Oh,
Yep. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it's coming. Yeah, I think it's going to be within a month or so. We were actually already planning one that was supposed to already happen, but some plans had changed. So it's got changed to a different time. But yeah, we are actually working on me and him doing one together soon. Yeah.
hell yeah, he's a hell of a catcher, man, and so are you, man. I don't know what it is, but Alex picked some of the best catchers out there. Um,
Well, I mean, Alex, I mean, I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure that in college he studied um, psychology, you know, and I mean that's a lot of this is, and he can read people very well. That's why he's so good at what he does. and he can read people. He can kind of tell what kind of a person is, and I think that he's just got good character judgment on that, and I think that that's why he's so good at doing what he's doing.
Definitely.
You know,
Sam Squanch said that Aaron, my honest opinion, start doing
he's right.
every
Yeah,
third. Oh, you see that?
I did read that. Yeah, and I agree with you. Um, yeah, forgive me. I did watch your stream the other day, the one you did the other day where Steph came on, and at the beginning of your stream you gave me props, and I appreciate the hell out of it. But I did agree with you on that one too. There was was brought up on that part of your stream that you did where they said, like, and you nailed it. Like um, I want to make sure that my locals people are getting what they deserve. So
Mhm,
that's why I always generally try to go on locals. I do also agree with you, like you had said, that you believe that the locals, would understand if I threw a free one out there on YouTube.
mhm,
I think they would too, because I have a phenomenal group of locals on my channel. They're all very supportive and good. So, yeah, I definitely am going to start doing that. I definitely agree. I will start doing some lives on public on YouTube. I guess one of my concerns is doxing on a
yeah.
platform like that. And I'll tell you why is because I have a different set of mics for my cell phone, which is what I do the live stream from.
Mhm,
And it doesn't have a pause. Like I don't know how to mute that one. Um, Short of maybe just, I guess, unplugging it from the phone is what I could have my cameraman do. But the other issue there is most of the time I only have one cameraman,
mhm.
and he has to concentrate mainly on the static camera because that's the one for the evidence.
Are you talking about Cheddar Bob?
Cheddar Bob, yes. Yes, yes, we're gonna make that one stick. But yeah. So Cheddar Bob is he's still trying to learn. It's still very hectic for him, and that's my biggest concern as far as going publicly on YouTube right now on a live because I worry about me saying the name of the pedo when I walk up there, for instance. Stuff like that. I just don't want that to happen. So that's one of the concerns that I have that I need to get over. I need to make sure I solve any issues that could happen there.
Uh, tell Aaron that the funniest moment for me in all pred catching was when Aaron started gagging on from the shit pred.
Oh man, it was so bad. Yeah, no, it was more than gagging. Luckily, you didn't hear me throwing up in the bathroom, but like there's yeah. Yeah, I disappeared to the bathroom for a second, and when I come out, um, my eyes were all teared up, and that's whenever the officer says you got a trash bag, and that's when I
Oh
had
god,
just come out of the bathroom, and it's like, yep, and I went and grabbed another trash bag and followed him out the door to put it in his car, in his back of the squad car.
dude, did they
Yeah,
take that for evidence?
no, no, no. So what you don't see on that video is well you see Alex go over and grab the diaper and pick it up and drop it in the trash can. So I walked past the officer and went straight in there to get the big trash can. I brought it and I slid it over by Alex, and then I went and I got the trash bag for the cop. And as I was walking by, um, Alex had reached down and grabbed the diaper, so I immediately went over to the couch and grabbed the shit bag off the couch and
Oh
just took
god,
it on the two opposite side corners, kind of folded them together to close it. I dropped that in that big trash can, and I immediately just tied the thing and took it right outside the front door out to the trash. Like I wasn't having any of that shit in my house any longer. But I will say, we were very fortunate. Like everybody says, burn the couch, burn the couch. Well, I mean, yeah, but the couch honestly didn't get shit on it. Literally.
so Serum asks, does sitting on the couch trigger any memories?
No, no. I don't think about it. I don't think about it. I'm currently sitting to the left of where he sat.
Oh, dude, that is crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, you kind of think about it, man. You did a like a catch in your in your house, man. That is freaking wild.
Well, I mean, honestly, it is what it is. I just there people are like, "You're crazy," and I'm like, you know what? I think a lot of people understand already that I'll do just about fucking anything to get these guys, and
Hmm.
it was a situation that I think it worked. We needed a place, and I was cool with it. So.
Hell yeah, man. I think
And
Tacoma
and and
Joe.
props to my
Oh,
wife. She was cool with it. The fact that my wife allowed us to do that is insane. So you want to talk about my wife supporting her? That right there took a lot. That was pretty cool.
that's the spot is going to get used the least. But when you have a
Yeah.
guest over, you really don't want over. Yeah, have a seat over here.
Yeah. So one of my other cameramen, which he only works a month at a time because he works his normal job. He works a month and he's off a month. And but when he was around last time, him and his wife was standing in here, and he told his wife, "Well, here, just go ahead and take a seat." And he pointed to that spot for her to sit down at, and she's like, "Fuck you, I'm not sitting there."
Who gave you the MMDES? Who gave you the ideal to make him poop?
We didn't. No, that was all him. So, okay, and here's what's kind of funny is I knew that we were going to use the house for a sting house. Okay, I knew that we had two catches that Alex was going to be coming up to do. But I honestly did not know what I was getting into. Okay. And this is the truth. So what happened was the night before, Alex calls me. I mean, it's like in the evening, it's like 8 o'clock in the evening. And I'm cleaning. I'm doing a little bit of picking up in the house, getting it ready because I know that we're getting ready to have the whole crew coming the next day. And Alex calls me and said, "Hey," he said, "can you drive down to Nashville, Tennessee, and pick up so and so?" I'm like, I can't tell Alex no. I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, sure." I looked it up; it's like 4.5 hours away. I'm like, "Okay, yeah. What time?" He's like, "Well, she's gonna be there at such and such time." I'm like, "Well, that's only 2.5 hours away that she's gonna be there. She's gonna be waiting on me for a while." I jumped in the car. I ran down there and picked her up, and she was the adult decoy. And I was like, "So, well, we got a 4 hour drive to get acquainted, and what you tell me about these peds?" And she goes, "Oh, well, you know what? I actually need to call him because I was supposed to call him. So just hang on and just I'm gonna put on speaker, just be quiet, and I'm just gonna go ahead and call him, and you'll kind of get a feel for it." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm sitting there, I'm driving. And then whenever that call happens, she calls him and he's talking about how he's been planning his meals out.
Oh
He
my god.
ate this and this. This is 24 hours before he's going to be there, be coming to the house to do this. And she's and they're talking about diapers. He's telling her to go get diapers for the young one. And she's like, "Now, do you want her to what do you want her to do with the diaper? Do you want her wearing it when you get here?" And he's like giving her all these details of stuff that he wants them to do. And I mean, I was blown away. My mouth was like, I couldn't believe it. My mouth was dropped. I looked over at her, and she couldn't look at me without wanting to laugh. So she kind of turned away while she's talking to this pedo. And she hangs out from that pedo after me hearing him saying that how he's wanting to shit, in his diaper. Pretty much as soon as he gets there, he wants to shit. I mean, this is all him. And I looked at
Oh
her,
my
my eyes all
god.
big. I was like, "What the fuck are we doing?" And she goes, "Oh, he's gonna shit. He's gonna shit on camera, Aaron." She said, "I'm telling you right now." She goes, He's gonna shit on camera. This is gonna be great."
Oh my
And
god.
it's like, and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, you think? I mean, this is crazy." And I did not expect it to go down like it did. I was, I couldn't believe it.
It kind of puts me in the mind of, Pablo always used to step in dog shit, but
I've heard about that.
you're going to take the step with you'll be catching just a bunch of predators that shit themselves.
Hey,
That's
you know what? I have a decoy that had sent me pictures. She has a different decoy. and she sent me some stuff that I might have another diaper pred because sent me pictures. The guy's running around in diapers and stuff. So we might have a part two. I mean, that would be crazy, but
Dude, what is wrong with these people? Why do you
I don't
think that
know.
they? Why do you think, in your personal opinion, what kind of what? Why do you think that a person becomes a predator? Were they born that way? In your opinion?
Um, so I'll be honest. I don't know that I will ever understand it, but I will say this: a lot of people don't know that I have this, but I have Tourette syndrome. Tourette's is a chemical imbalance in the brain. It causes different things: motor tics, twitches. Um, you got people with paranoia schizophrenia, and I'm probably going to piss off a lot of people by saying this, but I mean, I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what to believe, but the only thing that makes sense to me when it comes to and like I said, this is the part where there's probably going to be a lot of people that are going to judge me on this because you're supposed to be really acceptable to, you know, gays and and bisexuals and all that. Okay, I get it. But
Mhm.
here's the thing, I'm not any of those. And so it's going to be very hard for me to understand how they're like that. But what I think is, I think it's a mental issue that, for instance, schizophrenia, people with schizophrenia, okay? It seems like it's a type of imbalance in the heads of some people. Okay, I
Mhm.
don't think that it's normal for a human being to want to do this to children. And the fact that there's so many of them, and there are so many people coming out being gay or bi and all that. I think there's something wrong with the mental a mental issue. I'm sorry, but I find it very hard to believe these people when they say that they're a man and they believe that they were born they're supposed to be a woman, like their whole body they feel like they're a woman, but yet they have man parts and they were misgendered as and from birth and stuff like that. I've always felt like I was a woman, but I'm a man. I don't know to me that's a type of schizophrenia. I would think it's got to be some kind of chemical imbalance,
I
something in
mean,
the
you
head.
kind of. I mean, it kind of the way you explaining it. It kind of reminds me of somebody like a drug addict that will seek out these children and try and get that little hit of dopamine, kind of like a drug addict or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
It could be just a mental type of disability. I don't want to call it a mental type thing, but dude, whatever it is, I mean, and that's the great thing about America, man. Everybody can have their own opinions.
yeah. But like, it's to me, it's like,
Or are you talking about
eh,
more of the like yeah, this person has a mental like the schizophrenia, like you said, or you may
eh,
have a tick, but I have this one thing, or somebody has like oh I'm a I have a this being a predator type of disability, type, kind of like that.
yeah. I think there's a lot of mental issues with the general public these days that people aren't trying to solve. Like, I think that people, for instance, like I said, people that claim that because you're getting it all the time now. People that are saying, or oh, what's that one, Jazz? On TV. She was a boy and she became a girl, and she actually had the surgery. And I think the show, it was like a reality show, uh, and she just disappeared. You know,
Hmm.
it's it's all a mental fucking disability. A friend of mine just texted me and said that. So yes, I agree. I think that it's a mental thing. I don't. It's not a normal thing to, and I don't think that there's anything that um, that makes a person feel like they're a woman if they're a man. You have it. It's so common now. All these transgenders saying, "Oh well, my whole life I felt like I was a woman, but I was born a man, but I feel like I'm a woman," and they want to get their shit cut off and stuff. That's a that's a schizophrenia. That's a mental thing. If they really believe it, it's got to be. The mind is a powerful thing,
It
and
is.
I think that instead of trying to make everybody accept it and get comfortable with it, why aren't you trying to treat it? Why aren't you trying to study the mind and fix these issues? Um, and when I talk to these pedos and I say I think it's a little bit of the mental, psychological thing, I mean, I'm not lying on that part. I do
Mhm.
believe it is something to do psychologically.
It
Um,
kinda that puts me in like, reminds me about the story I heard. This person, a mental like a mental, problem or whatever, and he felt like he didn't want his arm no more. So, to make him feel normal or whatever, he, like, literally chopped his hand off to
yeah,
make him feel I mean, that's the mental shit,
that's
man.
that's mental shit. That's a schizophrenia type stuff, you
Mhm,
know. And I was put on antipsychotics from the age of 6 years old when I got diagnosed with Tourette's. I was put on a antipsychotic drug called haloperidol.
mhm,
Most people call it Haldol. Haldol became popular as a study drug in college. Like people were taking it because it helped them focus when they studied and stuff. But the way Haldol works is it fries your brain receptors, and that's why they use it for people with schizophrenia, is because it helps to prevent the hallucinations, right? So it's a
mhm,
brain receptor interrupter. And growing up, I did a lot of studying about that kind of stuff because I wanted to understand my element that kept me from being able to function in public. Like I didn't go to school most of my school year, my eighth grade year, because I couldn't function in public. My Tourette's was so bad. I blinked my eyes so much I couldn't see to walk straight in public. It was really, really bad. Like if you'd have known me when I was in school, you would have thought I was completely mentally handicapped. Um, I got off the Haldol. I got off everything that was controlling my Tourette's. I suffered real hard for a couple of years, but by the time I graduated high school, I was able to walk off with my diploma without any twitching on that video. The only video of me in high school where I'm not twitching and looking like a complete retard, um, is my me getting my diploma. I played drums in junior high. My mom had video of that, and I'm twitching the whole time. The school hid me behind the curtain because they didn't want the audience to be staring so much at me that they're not watching their own kids.
mm.
So they hid the drummer boy. They hid me back behind the curtain. My mom had to go all the way over to the other side of the stage to get it on video, and I hated her for it. But as I grew up, I appreciated the fact that I was able to see such a change. And I really think that they need to be checking into the psychological issues that people have nowadays instead of just, you know, trying to get everybody to accept it.
Mm. No, that's something that I think
Oh,
should never be accepted to hurt a child, man. Frida says diaper pred seem to have some sort of attachment issues from when they were a young child, seeking attention and attachment by finding someone to care for them.
yeah, yeah. Um, I
But
don't
it's such
even.
it's such a hard topic to really to talk about because nobody truly knows, but we can speculate. I mean, some people may think, oh, they just want to that type of attention or just whatever, man. But it's the simple fact is they deserve a wood chipper if you touch a child.
I agree. I agree. A hundred
Thank you
percent.
so much, Goldberg, for the 5 month member month level window liquors. Papa Duke for jail. How do you feel about that?
How do are you asking me?
Yeah, I was
I'm so
asking.
sorry.
What do you think for Papa Duke for jail?
100% motherfucker needs to rot in jail. He
Yeah.
he was in that bit. He was in that call too. That was him. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And he did the same shit, the lies, and that was all, dude. That was all so malicious. It's not even funny. Like you don't have to be smart at all to see that Papa Duke and Steph, their role in that. I mean, dude, I'll be honest with you. I'll be fucking pissed if they don't but do jail time.
Hmm.
You know,
They deserve
because
it, man.
a hundred percent,
Not only did they try to hurt Alex, but they protected the pred, man.
100%.
It's just
I mean, they and the thing is, look how much wasn't there five callers? Was there five callers, or were there four callers and one of them did two of them?
I heard that there, well, you heard the two calls, but supposedly, I mean, I don't have the proof for this,
Hmm.
but there supposedly was supposed to be 5 people in the voice chat in Discord. And I
Right.
can't prove it. I've got to say that it's not proven, but there was
Well,
actually
there was
uh
two different female voices. One was obviously Steph, but then the other one I believe was said that maybe it was her using her decoy voice, because you could tell there were two different. You know, there's two different ones of that from a female, and then you had the guy. Am I
mhm,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you supposedly it's supposed to. I'll just say their names because supposedly was supposed to be Tom B and then Mortal from CPP, and then what's his name, Recon Milkman, and then also Mel and Papa Duke.
Okay. Well, for the record, obviously I'm new, and this is all just kind of come out. I don't know any of them.
Mhm.
This is the only thing I know about them is from this stuff, and clearly they're deranged, and and how they're sitting there trying to throw. It's so funny to watch them all try to throw it on each other. It's
Mhm.
it's hilarious. It's like there's no honor amongst thieves, right? And
No,
they're all willing to just, and I mean, Steph, that was just insane. Getting on there, well, that's the way he is, and he gets mad, and he leaves. So fucking what? Get to the point. Why did you do this? And don't sit here and act like, oh, well, you were concerned, and that's why you did it. Bullshit. You labeled Alex as the man with a gun in his
mhm.
pocket, and they showed up trigger
Weapons
happy.
drawn. Yeah, weapons drawn.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
You know, how
that
many how many of these police officers have you seen that have shot people on accident, like reach in and to grab their taser and actually grab their gun, you know, and kill a guy? Cops, when you put cops in a situation like that where they believe they're going into a situation where a guy's waving a knife and a gun around,
mhm.
and then you got that one cop that's nervous as fuck because it's the first time he's ever gone on a call like that. And he shows up and he's got his gun up there like he's supposed to. And he actually tenses up and pulls the fucking trigger.
It's
You
easy
know,
to do. It
it's
like you
100%
said.
easy to do.
It's you're exactly right, man. That would be really easy for it to do on accident,
Yeah.
and it'll be a shame if any of the people besides the pred that would have actually got hurt, man.
Yeah.
Um, and I hope it never happens again. And I hope there's justice in this situation
Yeah.
for everybody that was involved in it. Santiago Goldberg, thank you for the 1,000 ARS Argentinian. Aaron is the second only to Alex. Tommy keeps around Papa Duke as mod after the incident. What does Aaron think of that? Tommy will never answer any question on it.
I don't know anything about Tommy. I've never even watched a single one of his catches, so I can't really comment on any of them personally.
Mhm.
So I really don't know what to say, other than what I just said was like all the people involved, any of them that were involved, if they prove that they're involved, I think they all should go down.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Yeah,
And I think honestly, man, for you, that is the right route to take because there's so much people that wants to. I think there's some people that want to draw other people into issues like that.
yeah.
Dude, you're you're an awesome catcher, man. And I think you keep doing your hard work like you've been doing. Um, and maybe, dude, you're right there with Alex, man, in your catching style.
Well, I think you guys are way off on that, but I appreciate
No,
it.
man, we saw. I mean, the proof is. I mean, the proof is there, man. I mean, in my opinion, you do very, 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 very great in getting
I
these people to confess to having all this stuff.
I think that if you enjoy something, I think you're going to be good at it, and I think that's all it is. I really really enjoy this. You
Yeah,
know, that's just it's I can't imagine ever doing anything else. I absolutely love it. And I felt like I felt it was just it was pulling me in right away. Like I knew right away, pretty quickly anyway, that this is I wanted to do this. After the honestly, it was at the very first catch that I did with Alex. I was I was fucking doing the hand rubs, and I was excited. I couldn't wait, and I
Oh,
was
I
on.
love it when you do those, man, because I know. Oh, damn! Oh, Aaron's ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Aaron's ready to go.
It's like, it's like I when I was a kid, I used to tense up. Like when I get really excited, I'd ball my fist up and tighten my arms, and I just like tense up and like move my arms and just the adrenaline. But my brothers and my father, they always, and me, eventually always did the hand rubs. It was just like a release of just excitement. So.
Um, Somebody asked, "What is your email address?" If you want to give it out.
So if you want to get a hold of me for now, I do need to get on top of things like that. As far as I need to create a Predator Poacher Illinois email. I haven't done it yet. But for now, the best way to do it is for me not to give out my personal email, which I have in the past. But I like to get everybody just go to the Predator Poachers Illinois Facebook page. Big shout out to Decoy Mandy for doing that for me. I didn't even ask him, and they did it. They just hooked me up, and made the site for me. But yeah, you can go on the Predator Poachers Illinois Facebook page and just message me on Messenger on there, and I'll get the messages that way.
Oh, definitely. Santiago Goldberg says, I mean, the suppose best catcher just let a pred with a warrant walk. You care and not money obsessed. Definitely number two. Hmm.
Mm, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that one.
I think I'm having a little problems with it too. So, now there's Rockstar, but I need to like end this. My daughter just got home, so um, Aaron, I appreciate you coming up here and
Absolutely.
having some time, man. We'll have to do this again. You're an awesome guy, man.
That's perfect timing because I actually got to go pick up my daughter as well.
It worked out for both of us, man.
Right on.
Definitely, thank you so much for coming up here, man.
Hey,
I do
thank you,
appreciate
man.
your work.
I appreciate everything you've done. You've done a lot for us, man. And I don't know if everybody realizes how much Short Bus has done for us behind the scenes. And I think one day I made a comment that, oh, Short Bus, he's just a troll, but he's a good troll. And I learned very quickly, you're not just a troll. You're a big part of our team, and you help out a lot, and I appreciate the hell out of you.
Oh, I appreciate that, Aaron. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this. My daughter just came in. I appreciate you, Aaron.
Sounds good. Hey, see you later, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Love y'all.
She just walked in, so I'm gonna go ahead and
All right.
thank you so much, Aaron.
All right. You too,
Mm,
buddy.
mm, bye.
Later.
Mm, bye.